Okay, well this is the soon-to-be released Avios Sea Fury 1200mm from Hobby King. I picked it up at the Brisbane auction yesterday, somehow. And it's a great plane. I've got it upside down at the moment just because I'm going to show a few things. The plane itself is fantastic. It's good size. It came with this battery. It's a 4-cell 4000 zippy. Good battery. The plane is quite heavy with the battery inside it, which I was surprised. I don't mind that. I like a heavy plane, but it's I was surprised. The gear is really good. Just had to adjust a few things with the servos for the gear doors. I'll just operate that now. So they all work well. The gears doors stay open when the gear's out, and they'll retract. And the sequencer does that. Now, I've just bolted the wing back on, so air pressure will push those back in. I've just bolted the wing back on, so I won't undo it on camera, but I'll put a picture on the post. This is a two-part wing, although this has been very well glued together by whoever put it together. Inside, on the other side of the wing, there is a control board with a sequencer built into it, and all the servos in the wing plug into this control board. There's 5 servo plugs on one side and 5 on the other, and then there's a sequencer controller, logic chip and stuff, and that does this part. And then you have extension cables which go from the inside of the fuselage to your receiver, which is really cool. I'll just put the gear up and flip the plane over. Okay, and we're back. Now, this is the Sea Fury. Beautiful plane. Everything works. 5-blade prop. It's actually quite good. The prop itself is amazing. I'll post a picture of how that's put together as well. It's really solid. Okay, canopy hatch. I've got just crap everywhere at the moment, just because I'm still sorting out center of gravity and crap like that. Now in here is where the control board pops out. Your extensions come out. It's all labelled with a sticker. I'm using my T8J receiver from my Futaba. It came with an orange one, an 8-channel, which is fine, but I'll put my real one in there, or my Futaba one. Tons of space, absolutely tons of space. Got to get some Velcro padding in there and put the battery, secure the battery properly. Walls are a little thin here, but that's fine. If you don't crash, it won't be a problem. Yeah, there's a tail hook on the back. That will be coming off. Although it looks really cool, it's a bit impractical for where I fly. It's been glued in, so I'm just going to have to cut it. Little tail wheel, it doesn't retract. Which is fine. Doesn't bother me. Overall, this is a great plane. It's really solid. Took it all apart as much as I could and back together again. And it was put together very well by whoever did it. One thing I did notice is whoever tightened the spinner cone did it with a bit too much enthusiasm, because it broke the plastic lug support inside it, which is fine. I fixed that. But just to mention, don't over tighten the spinner nut or the screw inside here. Yeah, it's a great plane. I will be maidening it today. In fact, I might even go out now. We've got some rainy conditions outside. Don't know if you can see, but they're perfect because there's no wind. So yeah, good plane. One thing I did notice with the landing gear, with that control board setup they use, is it when I first plugged it in, before taking it apart and putting it back together again, the gear would just go up and down on their own all the time. Couldn't stop it. Had to pull the plug to keep them down while I was doing other stuff. Since I've jiggled the wires, so to speak, put them all back together again, it seems to be okay. So I'll keep an eye on that. These little tabs here, under the wing where the drop tanks go. Now you're supposed to either see inside here where the drop tanks are. There's I'll post a picture. There's let's see if I can just flip the plane over. It's a heavy bird. In there's a servo with focus. Inside that white thing is 2 neodymium magnets stacked on top of each other. And then when the servo is in its neutral position, they're in attraction mode with these magnets on the drop tanks. And then when you flick a switch, this is why it's a 7-channel plane, not a 6-channel. When you flick the switch, the servo rotates around, you get the opposite polarity, and it ejects the drop tank. And with the air pressure of flight, it would work really well. On the ground, not so much, but because of the friction from the foam. But I think for the maiden flight, I'm just gonna. This doesn't quite fit in perfectly, so I'm just gonna stick some electrical tape on the side to thicken up the gap so it stays in, and I can pull it out later without having to glue it. So there, I think that's a really cool feature. See how good it is in practice soon. So yeah, it's a great plane. Very happy with it. The flaps are really good design. The plane itself looks great. Looks really good. Yeah, overall I'm really happy with it. And hopefully, if all goes to plan, there'll be a flight video very soon after this video. Alright, cheers.